All right, here we are, 2025. It's Ed Morysiak from East Toronto Living. I want to start with saying I'm sorry. I have not shot any video for the last 2 weeks, partly because I was on holidays, Christmas holiday. But I was sick for the last 8-9 days. I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but yeah, I was pretty ill, and anyway, for two weeks have gone by without a video. But anyway, I promise from now until June, mid-June, I'm going to be shooting. I'm going to be putting out a video every week with maybe one little break in between around March break. Okay, so here we are, 2025, and lots has happened. I think a lot of people want to see this last year gone, and a lot of folks are optimistic about this year, and I am as well. But we have now the Toronto Real Estate Board stats, and it's for the whole year. And so lots to unpack here. So why don't I just get right into it? And here we are. So the GTA housing market experienced a transitory year in 2024. Annual sales were up slightly compared to 2023. And new listings were up significantly year over year. Buyers did very well last year. Buyers had substantial negotiating power with price, with conditions, with a choice of inventory. Last year was really good for buyers, the ones that were actually shopping and buying property. And it's still a buyer's market, by the way. So we'll get more into that. But it's still a terrific time for the next few months to buy real estate. It's still a buyer's market. Our borrowing costs were top of mind for home buyers in 2024. Now, the high interest rates presented significant affordability hurdles, and that kept home prices low. The housing market did benefit from substantial Bank of Canada rate cuts in the second half of the year. Particularly, there were two back-to-back very large reductions of half a point. So within the 2.5 month period, rates went down a whole point, which really helped out the market a lot. And all things being equal, further rate cuts are expected in 2023. Did I say 2023 again? 2025. You can see my head is still in the past. Yeah, further rate cuts are expected in 2025. Home prices are still, we're still at the peak, so we're still haven't quite gotten to that peak price yet that we did back in 2022. I think that's where that 2023 keeps coming from, because prices were at the height at the end of 2022, and then started to really crash from there, and then started an ascent, a slow ascent upward in 2023. At any rate, we're expecting the market to improve over the next 6 months, 12 months. According to Toronto Real Estate Board President Alessia Berry-Sproul. Now, she's relatively new. She's been president of TREB now for about 3-4 months. Annual 2024 home sales were up 2.6%. There were 67,610 sales last year in the Toronto Real Estate Board. And again, that's up 2.6% from 2023, which was 65,877 homes were sold. Now, new listings were up 16.4% last year. There were 166,121 homes that were listed. So basically last year, for every home that sold, there was a house and a half that was still sitting on the market, which for buyers it's not so good, but for buyers that's really good. Again, we're getting back to that, a buyer's market. Buyers had more choice, and buyers still have more choice right now. But I think all that's going to change in the spring when rates are starting to come down. The average selling price for all types of properties combined in the GTA was $1,117,600 in 2024, and that was a slight decline of just under a point versus the prices in 2023, which was 1,126,263. So market conditions were tighter for ground-oriented homes, and selling prices held up better in these segments as a result. So the prices, the price decline was mostly pulled down by the decline in condo sales. So condo sales really went down in 2024, but freehold, detached properties, semi-detaches, they went up slightly. But that 1% decline was mainly brought down by the average. The average is brought down by condo sales. I mean, again, there's still a lot of first-time home buyers sitting on the sidelines last year. They're still waiting for more rate cuts, and also that was causing more inventory to sit. Again, we're hoping that with more rate cuts coming, that we're going to see more buyers getting off the sidelines and jumping back into the market. And it's still a very good time to buy right now. If you're a buyer, if you're a condo buyer, if it's a condo that you want, this is a really good time to be picking up a condo right now, because you got, number one, you've got choice, and right now they can't give them away. The prices are so competitive right now. We're at a 6-year low in condo prices. So if that's what you want, don't forget, call me. Give me a call. Let's go out and have a look at some properties. You could check out some of the ones that I've featured, or if that doesn't work for you, we could definitely go out and have a look. And let's talk about your real estate needs. Here's my contact information. You can call me. You can and we can set up a meeting, Zoom meeting, or we can meet for coffee. But it also should be mentioned before I get back unpacking this stuff. The GTA sales were also slightly down last month in December 2024 to 3,359 homes were sold, which is slightly lower than November. But that's normal. This December people aren't, they're not in house buying. They're not in house hunting mode or house buying mode or house selling mode for that matter. I mean, if you were a seller, I would try to discourage you from selling in December, because it's absolute worst month to sell a home. The buyers are going to be serious, but there are going to be few of them. And I always discourage home sellers to sell that month, because it's not a good time to sell. But if you're a buyer, on the other hand, especially right now, because there's still so much inventory from the last 2-3 months that's still sitting. This is a very good time still right now in December, in January, to buy real estate, especially condominiums. And it should be mentioned that the election of the incoming new president south of the border of us. I think that's also going to have an impact on our real estate market. He's been talking a lot about of mass importation, exportations. I don't know how serious he is. If it's political, smoke screening, whatever, stir the pot up, whatever. But if he is serious, if he does make good on his promises to do mass exportations, we may see some more. We may be welcoming more immigrants to Canada. I don't know what our policies are going to be when all that happens. I know we've put a freeze on a lot of that right now, just to try to catch up our inventory to facilitate the immigrants that we did welcome to Canada. And by the way, I'm all for bringing more people into Canada. Canada is a huge country. We have lots of space. We could certainly physically manage it. We just need more homes to put people in, and I'm all for that. I'm in the business to house people, so I'm biased because I want people to come to Canada, and Canada's a great place to be. Well, other than the cold, if you can manage the cold, I mean, I still think Canada still is the number one country to emigrate to, according to a number of sources. That being said, that's I think all that is going to have an impact on the market in the months to come. So again, if this content is useful for you, if you like this kind of content, do me a favor and like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment, because last couple months, I've seen some huge growth in my channel, and we want to continue that growth going upward. And don't forget, if you have any real estate questions, if you want to see some of the properties that we've been featuring over the last few months, a lot of them are still for sale, by the way. Don't forget, you can call me, and we can go out and look at some property. And if you have real estate needs, any questions, I'd love to answer them. And I'd love to get you into your next home or sell your home. And you can give me a call. Here's my phone number. Here's my email. Text me, call me, send me an email. Send me a smoke signal. Whatever. Send me a carrier pigeon. Whatever your preferred method of communication is. Let's have a Zoom meeting. Let's talk on the phone. I'd love to meet for coffee. I mean, I quite often in my videos, I feature coffee places that I live that are in my area. They're great, and I'd be happy to take you out to one of them, and we can have some snacks, coffee. Let's talk about your real estate needs, and if I can help you, I will. Don't forget, every Thursday at 5 o'clock, I put a new video out, especially from now until June. I promise I'll be putting video out every week, with maybe the exception of the March break. And that's it for now. Thanks so much.